did it. We made it to the Battle of Rivers Ridge, and it's time to get my next stamp on my quest to become an ultimate outsider. Let's go. Just before I shot my intro, I actually ran into one of the park employees and he signed my book for me. And I think that might be a new record for obtaining the stamp. We got that over with so quick, we can get right into the exploration. Where we're walking at here is not somewhere you'd be able to walk just about any time. We're actually pretty fortunate this is kind of dried up and that we could even get here to flip this log and find this mystery mucus. A quick search of the Google lens tells me that this is likely some snail eggs. I've seen a lot of cool ice in my days, but this is a new one for me. Just look at how each individual strand of ice is packed so tightly to its neighbor that they share a curve. I think it's so magnificent, just really beautiful little pieces of ice. I wish I understood what exactly forces the ice to form this way. I didn't catch the flip on film, but the second I saw this slimy little guy, I knew I had to press record. Now this is something I was not expecting to find, but once I realized what I had here, I was totally blown away.
Oh my god, you guys. That's a salamander.
Specifically, I think this guy is a southeastern dwarf salamander, one of the more common species, but nonetheless exciting to find. This is the very first time I found a salamander in the wild. Not only is this salamander the cutest little guy, but he's a sign that the ecosystem here is doing really well. These are really sensitive animals, and the slightest negative change to their environment can be disastrous for their skin. I'll bet this area takes on a lot of water at some point.
Ugh. Oh man, log just fell apart. Look how crumbly that is.
Hey, looking at all this kind of makes me think of a joke. Where do the plants in the Birophyta division go to pray? They go to a mosque. I feel so connected to this Spanish moss. Maybe it's in my roots. Whoa. Look at the leaves on this thing. If only we were here to see this tree in full blossom, we might understand why they call it grandiflora. Just look at how the branches just seem to go wherever they want. Just so windy and chaotic with these big, beautiful leaves. I love it.
Oh, I get hung up on all these thorns. There we go. Alongside the thorns in my lap. Alright. We're into the riverbed.
I like to imagine how many different animals have used this log as a bridge. Imagine playful Pachirisu passing carelessly over the log, as basculins sit and wait in the flowing current, just ready for them to slip. And thinking about that salamander from earlier, this must be a paradise for Whooper. Maybe the next time I plan to be out this way, I'll try to plan around a big rain. Coming up on the trail here is going to be the memorial site and the graveyard, but we're not quite ready for that. One of my favorite things to do while I'm exploring is extracting trash.
Oh yeah, we got ourselves a flipper right here. Bet your bottom dollar there's something under here. Wait a minute. Is this plant? Whoa. It's like the shell of some big bean. Well, anyway, we're flipping this. There's gotta be something underneath this log right here.
Another one of my favorite things to do is flipping logs.
I didn't expect the log to rip in half. That is for sure. But, signs of life. Oh no, I dropped him. That is one heck of a millipede.
Flipping over logs and old wood is like nature's blind box. There's really no telling what you'll get.
Maybe he'll calm down. Once he realizes I'm not gonna eat him. He's a big boy, that's for sure. I can definitely see why he's settled down in this
Millipedes are detritivores.
disintegrating tree.
Detritivores farm XP from
There he
dead and
goes.
decaying plant and animal matter, or in short,
Hi,
detritus.
little buddy. Watching his legs is mesmerizing. You wanna go back on the wood? Wow. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Now we'll put this back gently so we don't bother our new friend. Good enough.
I found this turned over tree that was so tempting to climb up on top of, but then I remembered how much my sciatica was bothering me and realized that could have been a big mistake if I fell. So, I just decided to check out all the beautiful little turkey tails instead. And then I saw this one. I don't know what's going on here, but this looks straight out of Caled. Another one of my favorite things to do while I'm exploring is check out all of the hidey holes. Just imagine what kind of fantastic creatures could be hiding out in any one of these. Anything from goblins to ghouls, or even...
Hey! Listen!
As much as I'm not that big of a fan of the cold, this is the perfect time of year to be out and exploring. There's so little bugs. The fact that I don't feel compelled to drench myself in bug spray, that's nice. Just listen to the birds. I'm 3 hours away from home, and the bird noises are totally different. I'm gonna have to try to use an app and figure out what's making those calls. I'd love to see what colors are on that sound. There's so much beautiful moss out here. Just look at the different shades of green on this tree right here. Like, this is what I'm talking about. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of mold. The Battle of Rivers Ridge is 397 acres of protected, historically significant land. With 2.5 miles of interpretive trails to explore, me personally, I really like to go off trail as much as I can, I think that's where you find the cooler stuff. But it always pays to be careful when you're hiking off the trail, because that's where you see way more thorns. But if you can get past that, again, that's where you find the cooler stuff.
Whoa.
I wish I had a way to tell how long this had actually been here.
Very cool.
I think I am gonna go ahead and pack this out with me and try to get it cleaned up. Maybe I can turn it into something beautiful. Wish me luck.
I did not expect to find something like this out here. But that right there is a pretty cool piece of loot. We'll have to find our way back to the truck so we can stash this.
We just gotta make our way out of the thick of it, back to the taco, and stash this skull. What a find. Now let's go check out the graveyard, speaking of old bones. Thankfully, we're visiting in the daytime. That should make it a lot less creepy. I'm hoping we don't run into any ghosts, or any ghost-type Pokemon.
Apparently only women need to wash their hands. Good to know.
This room is a memorial to those who lost their lives in battle during the Battle of Rivers Ridge on both the north and south side of the Civil War. These beautifully illustrated panels tell you of the sacrifice these men and women made to change history. Even though I was alone here, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Well, I think I've seen there is everything to see in here. I think it's time for me to get back in the sunlight. Earlier, when I ran into the state park employee, I asked him, "Where does everybody go fishing around here?" And he told me about 2 places I ought to check out while I was here, and this is the first one. When have you seen a more place so beautiful for a fishing montage?
Alright, y'all. We're on the side of the road. Let's see if we can get anything with this tiny little jig. Snagged. Oh my god, I got it back.
Professor. In the dim-lit, tannin-stained creek. You know the fisher there. Your strategy has worked before, but it won't work now. You're going to need to back up and exercise more patience here. If you choose to heed my advice, there's a little something in the taco. You've been waiting for this moment. You are ready. Yes, you've got the right stuff. Now go catch that fish.
Let's go. All right. Check it out. On the little gulp grub, a beautiful little bluegill. Look at that. His blues. Oh my gosh, right here on the gill plate. I just love the way he shines in the light. Good. Oh no, dude. Hurry. We just gotta make sure that we're recording. Yep. And then let's send you back, buddy. Be free. There he goes. Yes!
I'm having a blast. Right now, we're on the actual battlegrounds, taking the trail down to the river out here where one of the park rangers actually told me that a lot of people go fishing down here. So, hopefully, this is going to be 2 for 2 on checking fishing spots out. The first spot that he told me about, I caught a little bluegill. You probably already saw that already, but I'm just super excited about it. I did not expect to catch a fish today, and I checked that off the list. That means today has been a great day. Now, we're just gonna go hike down, see the river, and then maybe catch another one. Just imagine throwing down some nice wide blanket here and having a picnic with somebody special. This is just a beautiful spot. I don't know how much fishing we're gonna get done here. There's a lot of trees in the water. I don't know if maybe I should take that as a sign, but I thought this might be a good time to mention I'm on my way to 250 subscribers by the end of the year. If I can get that done, I'm gonna reward you guys with another awesome challenge video. I have not officially decided what I want to do as a challenge for hitting 250 subscribers, so feel free to get down in the comments and let me know what you'd like to see from the channel. I am kind of limited to the perimeter of South Carolina for any fishing videos unless I go to a pier in another state. But just let me know what you'd like to see down there. I really appreciate any feedback on this. After all, this celebration, this challenge is to celebrate with you guys. It's not just about me, even though I do get a lot of pride out of accomplishing really cool things. I'd like you guys to be a part of it too. I probably should have taken the hint when I found that braided fishing line here that I would get snagged too. It's times like this that I wish I had some good waders. To be able to walk right out there and just snatch my swim bait right out of the water would make me really happy right now. But since we cannot just go out there and pick the plastic up, we are just going to pick up that braid that I tore out of the water and maybe try to cast in a different direction. See if we have any better luck that way. Who knows? There could be some really big fish hiding around these trees, and all I've got to do is get my bait in front of them, and here got myself stuck immediately. Wow. A couple weeks ago, I watched this guy get hung up on one of the pilings underneath the pier, and I saw him literally tug and tug on that line until he just snapped his rod from tugging so hard. I'm not about to make that mistake, and I hate when the fishing line digs into my hands. You could just wrap it around some wood and then give it a little tug, and that frees it up pretty easy. You might not get all the pieces, but you certainly ain't breaking your rod.
I got hung up with one of my weedless hooks and one of my nice divine swim baits. Gave it a really good tug, and the line came loose from the hook. And the swim bait went flying. Now I may be able to spot it in the water and get it out, which would make me really happy. I think there it is. Oh, come on, I hiked all the way back to my truck to grab this pole. Don't tell me I lost it. I can literally see. I can just get it to work its way. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Let's go, dude. Okay. Now my hook is gone.
I actually found my hook on the end of the line when I picked
It's
it
kind of a
up.
bummer. Looks like the hook got ripped clean
It
out.
was a little bent, but I could straighten it back out.
But I got
It's
my
good to
plastic
go.
back and my glass rattle in here. All right. Well, maybe let's just pick up some of this fishing line and get out of here.
Wow, you guys. Today, we found a salamander in the wild. I caught a fish. And I got the stamp for the Battle of Rivers Ridge. I guess I ought to think about plotting course for the Caesar's Head State Park here in the next couple weeks. I'm actually going to have Morgan with me for that. So make sure that you hit subscribe with the notifications on so that you don't miss out on any of that. Maybe press the like button if you're having as much fun as I am. And I'll see you guys next time, right here on Jonathan Too Easy.